Changing Lives have been offering life-changing opportunities to those most excluded since 1970. We work from the Midlands to the Northwest, into Yorkshire and into the Northeast. We operate within 4 different strands of business, which is housing and homeless, drugs and alcohol, women and everything which goes with the different women's services, and employment. And what we do is we take people from exclusion to inclusion. And this year we will change over 21,000 people's lives. Over the last particularly 5 to 10 years, we've seen a huge rise in the need for our services. It's a very difficult world that we operate in at the minute, and those at the edge of society are the ones that's been hardest hit by things such as welfare reform. And what we've found is more and more people want to use our services. We've expanded greatly in the last few years. Because of that growth and the number of people using our services, and because of the services we've got, you've had to have a large central office to cope with the growth in service users and in the staffing numbers. We now employ more than 500 individuals. The property we used to have was actually too small for us and weren't big enough to cope with the central services. And what we've tried to do is to get a bigger property, which we actually own. Because over the past 10 years, for all office space, we've actually rented it. And within this building, we'll actually buy it and pay it off inside 5 years. And that money, which we'll then save after 5 years, will be given to frontline services and will help to change more people's lives. Because this for us was a large tender, we actually went out to 3 subcontractors for prices. Why we chose Nexus was really because of reputation. We know other organisations such as DISC that Nexus have worked with in the past. We've also used Nexus in a different part of the country in Doncaster. They've got a very, very good reputation, and that's really why we chose Nexus in the end to do the building work for us. When you go around this building, you're immediately struck by the light, by the space that we've got, and by the professional standards of the decor and everything involved within the building. The brief that we gave was to have a light, airy space which would inspire people want to work within here. Also, the training facilities in here are very, very important, particularly for the frontline staff. The end product has delighted us, and you can't be helped when you come in to think, wow, this building is phenomenal. What it was like working with Nexus was, it was very much a partnership development. It wasn't much that this is how you will do it and this is your final product. We worked with Michael, Adam and David, who were really terrific in actually allowing us to sometimes actually have a spec, but then think, actually, is this not better? Is this not how you'd want to do things? So what we got throughout the build was a partnership approach to developing a building which needed an awful lot of love and care and upgrading from where it was in its previous state. I can't speak highly enough of the work what they did and the professional nature in which they approached some very difficult situations we had within air conditioning, within wiring, within knocking walls out, soundproofing walls and everything else that went with that. It was very much done as a professional standards, but also in a partnership approach between Changing Lives and with Nexus. I would definitely recommend Nexus to any prospective clients out there who want to be involved. What you get is a friendly, professional organisation who are willing to work for the needs of the client, who understand what the client's needs are. What you see when you go around this building is our stamp is Changing Lives, but also the stamp of Nexus on the building. If we had any similar projects in the future, we wouldn't hesitate to use Nexus again, and to anybody out there who are looking to develop particularly office space, we would have no hesitation in recommending Nexus as their main contractor.